What's up everyone, Kwame here, back in with another video. And if you saw yesterday's video, yes, I'm wearing the same clothes because I'm filming these on the same day. But that is not what the point of this video is about. It is all about why the Ricoh GR IIIx literally goes everywhere with me and is the best everyday carry camera, best camera I've ever used in a long time. And that says a lot. If you are looking for a pocketable everyday camera and you've been thinking about the Ricoh GR IIIx, go ahead and get it. Stop the video. I will have a link to where you can use it. Yes, it's an affiliate link, but yes, you grab this camera and you're good to go. Now, for those of you who wonder why am I saying this is the best camera I've ever used when I have the A6100, I have the Sony A7 II, I have several lenses for both of those. This is a APS-C sensor in here. So this has an APS-C sensor, a 40mm equivalent lens, which is something I don't have. I have a 35, I have a 50, I have yeah, those are the two I have a 90, but I don't have like a 40mm lens, and that's a weird like lens to have. So why is this the best camera? It's because for a APS-C size sensor, this thing can fit in my pocket and literally can go anywhere I want it to go. And the images I get out of here are just absolutely amazing. You're seeing them on the screen now. You have seen it like in the little intro of this video. This camera here is quite amazing. Now, for a lot of people, they know of the Ricoh GR III. That came out in 2018, I believe, and it's a 28mm full frame equivalent lens. It looks just like this camera. Like, it really does look alike, except for this has a 40mm lens on it. What I love about this, and you can see I use it, like, let's see if it focuses. Yeah, so you can see I use it. I dropped it like about a month ago and broke the lens cover. And so I use this thing I take it with me everywhere I go. I literally put it in my back pocket, in my pants. I will throw it in a jacket pocket if it's cold out. But I absolutely love this little camera. Now, I'm not going to go over all the specs and everything. The key features for me is it has an f2.8 lens, a APS-C sensor, so it has the same sensor size as the A6100, and image stabilization. So those three things right there are like, I'm done. Like, that's all I really needed. But, you know, the pictures I've got, this camera, actually I will say, this camera has made me do something that I haven't done in a very long time, and that is shoot JPEGs. Like, the JPEG straight out of this camera is pretty amazing, like really amazing. And I don't have to tweak anything in Lightroom. They have several different film simulations that they have in here, or just profiles. And so if it's like, if I'm out in nature, I'll use more a vibrant profile, but usually I just keep it on positive film. So it's like, I think they're film simulation, and I absolutely love it. Now, Ricoh is really known for like being a street photography camera. That's what they say, like, oh, people get it for street photography. I use it for everything. I don't do a lot of street photography, I guess. I mean, I literally will take this and like shoot pictures out of the car window, so I guess that's street photography. But I use it for everything. You know, only thing I don't use it for is video. You can shoot video on here, but I don't need to do that. It doesn't have like a mic input or anything like that, so it's kind of pointless to do that. But for taking pictures, this is really, really amazing. Now, this is not, you know, without its faults. I'm not going to go over all the buttons or anything because, to be honest, I keep it in the AV mode, which is aperture priority mode. I keep it in that. And they do have one feature that's pretty cool. It's called snap focus, I think it's called on here, where you can set the it's almost like it actually is zone focusing. So you can say like from 2 meters and above out, you know, everything from 2 meters out will be in focus, everything from 5 meters out will be in focus, or you can have infinity. I believe I have mine set to anything 2 meters and out is in focus. What is 2 meters? I don't know. I really don't know. What is really cool about that feature is if there's something that I see and I just want to take a quick picture, I turn it on, I just press down, and it doesn't try to focus on a subject or focus where I have it pointed to focus. It just takes the picture. And that's really cool because there's so many times where if I am out and about and I see something really interesting, usually from the car, so I am more than 2 meters away. So I know it will be in focus. I can just grab the camera and just take a picture. And I know I'm going to get the image, hopefully. You know, it's not always perfect, but I know I'm going to get the image. And if you're doing any kind of street photography and you're like me and you don't like being seen, I can literally just set this up, pretend like I'm doing something else, and just snap away, and knowing that the camera will get whatever's in that within that zone. Now, I mean, really, I should learn more about zone focusing, but I'm just like, I just like using this to take pictures. It's the way that people like using their phones to take pictures. That's how I use this now. Now, there are some cons, not cons for me, but when I was showing my dad this camera and he really liked it, there's two things he didn't like about it. One, it doesn't have an eyepiece, so if it's like a sunny day and you're just using the back screen, which the screen is touch screen, so you can move your focus point around, you may have to do one of the cupping, something like this, and then you're not as inconspicuous. So if it's bright and sunny and you're trying to take a picture, you may have to like cup your hand over the screen. And then also, it doesn't zoom. It's a fixed 40mm lens. Now, again, for me, that's fine, because when I'm in low light or if I want to do a long exposure with that f2.8 lens and in-body image stabilization, I can get shots that I just could not get without, that combination. So I really do like it. And then 40mm is, I used to think 50mm was like the standard view, like as close as the human eye can see, but actually 40mm is a little bit better. I think it's not as wide as 35, not to say 35 is wide, but it's not like that. It's not wide like a 35mm lens, so you're getting a little bit of I mean, obviously if you take a 35mm lens and took a picture, you can always crop in, but you're getting like a little bit more cropped in picture. And I feel like it's just more of what I see when I use this camera. The other feature that I really love is it has what they call, let's see, focus, for macro mode. So they have this macro mode here. I wouldn't call it macro mode. It's more like close focus mode, but it's really cool because if you want to like really isolate like a flower or a bug or even like a person, not a person, but like something small, you can do that and like it will focus pretty close. It does get, I do believe it gets pretty close in focusing, like in my opinion already. It's not as close as like the Fujifilm XF10, like that actually gets really close. So this is not like it's not like a macro lens like my Sony 90mm lens. That's a true 1:1 macro lens. This is probably more like 3:1 macro. So again, I call it close focus, but I use it quite a bit, whether I'm seeing a picture of like a little bug or a flower or a mushroom or something. Like if I'm out and about, it's nice to just hit the button. It gets in, you can get in nice and close, take a picture and come out. Again, because this is an APS-C lens sensor, 24 megapixel sensor, you can crop in a little bit. I wouldn't crop in too much, but you can crop in. You can shoot in RAW if you wanted to, but again, I shoot in JPEGs. And then another cool feature, which most cameras have, so this is not like just the Ricoh, but it has a little wireless button over here, so you can pair this to your phone, and you can use your phone to like remote shoot or just copy pictures over. It's not the fastest, so if you're shooting RAW pictures, it's not going to be like super fast, but for JPEGs, it's pretty quick, and it's nice because I will use this to take pictures and then text them to people or send them to people, and instead of using my phone, because it's a better quality. Like I'm getting not a real picture, that's mean, but I'm getting a better quality picture in my opinion than what I would get with my phone. Now my phone is old. I have an iPhone 7 Plus, so this is way better than my phone, but I'm sure like newer phones, maybe you wouldn't want to get this. So who do I recommend this camera for? Really, I recommend to anyone who's looking for like a nice point and shoot camera. And I know that's like a dying market, but this is a really nice camera with a great sensor in there and an amazing lens. So if you're, you have kids that are running around and you want to take pictures of them, that's a good use for that. Or just like everyday carry. If you're going on a vacation, you could take this camera. Again, it doesn't have any zoom features, so you have to zoom with your feet, as far as you can, but I really do like this camera. It seems simple, but I know there's so many things that this camera can do that I just don't use it for. Like, I really question this camera with the phone, not for me, but for other people, just because I could see people saying, why would I pick up a $1,000 camera when I can get a $1,000 phone that has 3 cameras and the pictures look really good and it can shoot really good video and I could share right from the phone. I could edit it on the phone. I don't know. That's, I think really this is for the pure photographers. Like, I don't think this is for everyday people. And if you're watching this channel, you're probably the person who's right for this camera. So this is for the pure photographers. I will leave a link over to Samuel Streetlife. He is a Ricoh GR Ricoh ambassador, and then another photographer I follow on YouTube. I can't remember his name. I will leave their links. They have much better videos, like more detailed videos about how to set up this camera for street photography, and they go into talking about the snap focus way better than I could. But my overall opinion as a guy who just likes taking pictures of his family, of his vacations, my food, if I'm out and about, random things I see, this camera is top notch. I really do like it, and I love the 40mm lens. It pairs well with my Sony A7 II and with the 90mm lens, so that way if I do want more reach, I have that camera and lens combination. But yeah, I really do like this camera. I recommend this to anyone. The one accessory that I did get for it is this little thumb grip up here. This does not come with the camera, but if you get this camera or the Ricoh GR III, I would recommend it because it just makes it way easier to shoot one-handed. I will have a link down below to where you can pick it up. Again, it is an affiliate link. Ricoh does not know I exist, so I bought this with my own money, and highly recommend it to anyone else who is thinking about a camera like this or a point-and-shoot camera, and you just want a better quality image. And again, you can shoot JPEGs with this. So like JPEGs straight out of this camera is really good. Like, I'm really surprised because I shoot RAW on the A7 II and the A6100. But I shoot JPEGs on this one and then on my Fuji camera, which I will have a video next for you guys about that Fuji camera and kind of talk about the two holding it up like I have it here. I will do a review talking about these two cameras, and well, next I will do a review on this camera, long-term review on this camera, and then talk about these two cameras and maybe even throw in the Ricoh GR III, even though I don't have it yet. But I will give you that review on the next one. All right, talk to you guys later. If you have any questions or you have the Ricoh GR IIIx or the Ricoh GR III, let me know down in the comments below. Also, let me know, would you pick up a camera that is only a fixed focal length point and shoot camera? So like, especially in the age of the phones, if you want to see more of the pictures I've taken with this, I will have a link down below to my website. Also, I'll have links to all the social media places that I sometimes but not really post to. I will see you in the next one. Talk to you later. Bye bye.